Don't look at me like that. Just let me explain.
What's to explain, Vicky? You slept with Jake.
It was a horrible time. And I thought I had lost you forever. And nothing mattered to me anymore.
What about Jake?
Jake thought Marley was going to divorce him. We were drunk.
Oh, I can't listen to this.
But I was already pregnant.
Why didn't you tell me?
How could I?
Because we said we love each other. Because we agreed to be honest with each other no matter what about everything.
When that happened with Jake, I put it behind me. It didn't mean anything.
Oh, that makes everything just fine.
I did not love Jake.
But he could be the father of your child.
No, Jake, you are the father. You're Stephen's father.
Vicky, do you know that for a fact? Answer me.
I don't.
You don't know for sure.
Jamie.
You have the nerve to let me get close to that little boy. To let me believe that he's my own son. And there's every chance that he's not. And I could lose him.
No, I won't let that happen. I would never let you lose him.
Jake wants custody, doesn't he?
Stephen is our son. I know it. I know it in my heart.
No, that just isn't good enough anymore, Vicky. Is it?
Darling. Mac?
Rachel, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you.
What is it? Is there a problem?
Well, the press is on the dock and they're screaming to get on the yacht.
Oh, all right, I'll deal with it.
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you working this party, Jake?
Yes.
What? You shouldn't be. You should be the guest.
Why?
Well, we owe you so much. You delivered Stephen.
Nobody owes me anything. I was glad I was there for Stephen.
And Vicky.
Right. Well, I better get back to work.
Okay, thanks. Darling, I know how much you've been looking forward to this night. 25 years. And there's so much to celebrate, to remember with joy and pride. How do I tell you that I can't be there with you? We've gone through so much together, endured so much. We finally get to the big party and you have to do it alone. I thought I could go through the motions and somehow get through this party, but I realized that I can't. I can't pretend everything is fine when it isn't. I'm telling myself you'll understand, or maybe you won't, and we'll have a knockdown, drag-out fight. I look forward to making up. I always do. When you read this, I'll be on my way to the Harbor Inn. You remember the Harbor Inn. Please don't worry. I just need to think. Let the party go on without me. There are too many people who've worked too hard over the years. Let this be a celebration of their hard work and loyalty. My speech is enclosed with this letter. Could you possibly read it for me and explain that I've been called away on some urgent business? I'd rather you told only the children where I am. Tell Iris nothing. There are some things she's going to have to realize on her own. I know I should have told you this in person, but you would have wanted to cancel everything to be with me. And I'm afraid the show must go on. I know I can count on you to see that it does. My darling Rachel. No man ever had such a partner. You know that in spirit, I'll be right by your side. I'll see you soon. Love, Mac.
Gwen. Gwen. Thank you. Frame. F-R-A-M-E.
Thank you.
Famous name in these parts, huh? I'm a former relative of Rachel Cory.
A former relative.
Yeah, we used to be sisters-in-law.
I see. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Well, hold it. Don't you want to take my picture? Hey, come back here.
Hi.
Wow, I don't believe it. Look who's here.
Hello, Gwen. How are you?
Hey, what are you, too big to call me Aunt Gwen?
Would you just keep your voice down? You know, why'd you get here so early? The party doesn't get started for a while.
Great, it'll give me time to scope out the enemy territory. This is some boat. I see Rachel has spared no expense, as usual. You look terrible in that.
Thank you.
So don't I get a hug?
Yeah. Listen, I'm really sorry to hear about you and Uncle Willis. What happened?
Well, listen, it's a long story, but it's probably better we're not together anymore.
You know, to tell you the truth, I didn't think anything would split you two up.
Yeah, well, we had money troubles, baby. Just couldn't make it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Of course, it would have been all right if he'd gotten his share of Stephen's money.
Gwen, come on.
Of course, Rachel fixed that, managed to get her hands on every red
Gwen,
cent.
stop it. Now, Rachel's been very good to me.
Don't tell me she's gotten to you already.
Well, it's not like that.
Listen, Mac and your mother were very happy until Rachel ruined everything. You should have been raised in that mansion. Janice was going to send for you. You could have grown up there.
Gwen, it's really not that simple.
Yes, it is. Your mother and Mac were on a vacation in the Caribbean. Rachel was so jealous that she followed him down there and tried to take Mac back. But when she realized he wanted to stay with Janice, she took a knife and killed your mother in cold blood. Now, what kind of son are you, Evan? How can you have anything to do with her after what she did to your family, after what she did to all of the Frames? Doesn't your mother's memory mean anything to you anymore?
I miss you.
You're all that I think about, too.
Sometimes get the feeling that I'm turning into my old self.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I get the feeling that I'm like angry at everybody.
Oh, honey, don't be like that, please.
What if you come home?
Cass is still working. Bless his heart.
So what were you working on when I came in?
I'll read it to you. Okay? The worst part about it is the sound. It's either so loud that it's impossible to hear your own heartbeat, or it's so quiet that there's no other sound except that. Either way, it's empty. The world goes on outside of here. Children go to school every morning. It rains, the sun shines, the garbage gets collected, people go to work, they come home. I stay in this room. I think about my husband and what it would mean to sleep beside him again. And I wait, listening to my heartbeat and straining to hear it pound.
I want to get you out of here.
I know. I know you do. Just don't give up.
I want to speak to you about Vicky Hudson as well.
She's a frame now.
Oh, that's right. That didn't make you too happy, now did it?
What are you, nuts? Why would I care about that?
That's what I'm here to find out.
Well, then I think you're barking up the wrong tree.
If Vicky is guilty, then she's gonna pay.
She didn't kill Jason Frame.
What, you know that for fact?
You don't give up, do you? She's a new mother. What do you think would happen to that baby if she went to jail instead of Felicia?
Well, no matter what, Stephen is still gonna have a father, right?
Hi.
Hi.
There, your normal, ebullient self is, don't like me anymore, huh?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Can I put lipstick on here? Would you wipe that off, please?
You're really hung up on her, aren't you?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, another one?
Oh, stop that stuff. I'm so bad. Look.
When did you have time to get these?
Oh, I just thought it was about time I contributed to the nuptial event, that's all.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Do you really think so? You think they were okay?
Yes, they're perfect, Cass.
This time next week, I'm gonna put this ring on your finger. We can finally start our lives together.
I can't wait.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I've been thinking about Kathleen all day.
You have?
Yes.
Why?
Not sure. I think she's trying to tell me something.
What?
That she's happy for me. For us.
Do you think she would be?
I do now. Everything's okay.